there folks, it's JD here, and today we've got a comparison video. So what we'll be looking at is the UDI Petrel and also the MJX X401. Now I chose these two because of their similarities. They're both non-GPS quadcopters, they're both altitude hold quadcopters, they both have little cameras. And to be honest with you, I think they're pretty much, both of them are excellent in their respective fields. This one I was very impressed with last year, the MJX, and also the UDI that we did a couple of weeks ago. This is a very impressive copter as well. So I thought I'd put them in a side-by-side comparison, see what they're both like, see if they're actually worth the money, and see which one would be better. So without further ado, let's take them up. Here we have it. So before we take off, we bound the transmitter to the quadcopter. Now all it does is needs for us to automatically take off, and then she gets up to a level, and then she would stay there then. It's roughly about 1 meters, and then she just stays there waiting for the next input. She is such a quick copter, but we saw this when we did the review. So I think what I'm mostly interested in today is how stable the quadcopters are. I mean, we have got quite a bit of a nasty breeze coming in this way today, which obviously, as these copters aren't GPS, that is going to cause a bit of an issue. As I'm sure you can see now, when I stop her, she isn't going to be 100% stable. See, she is wallowing a bit. She's going the direction of the breeze, which is expected. But still, I mean, flight operation of this particular quadcopter is so easy. I mean, it does, in my eyes, it stands aside from all the other quadcopters in the toy range with altitude hold and the ability to take video. Just because it is so responsive, and it seems effortless to fly. Well, it is effortless to fly. I mean, this is why I picked this one and the MJX, is because they both stood out in the same category for me. So if I bring this one back now, so let's bring this one back. Now let's land her for a second. Let's bring her down. I mean, look at that. Okay, it's not a perfect landing, but she automatically lands and the motors turn off. That is a big plus. So now let's jump over the MJX. So here we are with the MJX, we're already bound. Now once again, we have got automatic start, not automatic takeoff. If we just push the little red button, then the motors start to spin, and then we can take her up. And she doesn't half go up. She really does jump up. Really wants to fly this one, really energetic. But this guy next to the UDI is almost silent. The UDI is quite loud, which is a bit of a shame. But this guy is just, I mean, the further you take her out now she's there, which is roughly, I would say, about 10 foot away from me. And I can't hear her that well. She is very quiet. Okay, so battling a little bit of this breeze here today, but yeah, she is so much fun to fly again. Not as erratic, not as smooth, a little bit more tricky to fly perhaps, but still ever so much fun. I mean, this is what I love about these comparison videos, is that I get to go back and I get to try these quadcopters again that I haven't tried in months, and I still feel exactly the same about them as when I first flew them. You know, so much fun to fly, quite responsive, which is brilliant. Seems to cut through the air, even with this little breeze. Well, it's actually quite a big breeze we've got here today, coming in at just under 4 miles an hour. And these little motors, I mean, they're not big at all, and they are brushed, they're not brushless. And she is just cutting through the air. All in all, an excellent copter, worthy of the money still, I think. Obviously, I think, you know, camera technology would have moved on a little way, but still worth it. So much fun. Alright, let's swap back to the UDI. So once again, click a button, up she goes, 1 meter mark, and that's it. Beautiful, really nice, really. And again, swapping back over to this one, really is, you really notice the difference. So elegant in her moves, this UDI. Even when you crank up the speed into mode 2, which is the faster of the two modes, she still is incredibly responsive, incredibly smooth, easy enough to handle. You can see as you, so I think one of the things I would do if you are going to fly on mode 2 is just move the lens of the camera slightly, just so that you do take into account that when she is in mode 2 she does really dip forward compared to in mode 1. Let's bring her back. Doo-doo-doo. There you go. So mode 2 she dips quite a way forward, and the way that she angles and the way that she corners is a bit more erratic, but still a controlled erratic. Oh, there we are. That's the beeper telling me about the timer, telling me about the battery. So let's bring her down in a nice, safe manner. So let's bring her into mode 1, and then let's stop her, and then let's bring her down for another great little landing. So again, the descent very controlled. There we are, that was much better. I mean, side by side, these guys really, they look so much different. The MJX is low profile, the UDI is more phantom shaped. The UDI has a lot more styling to it, and the colours as well really pop, whereas the MJX is black and silver. And that's pretty much everything about it. I mean, there's, you know, it's quite a standard looking colour, quite a standard looking shade. On the underside you have different LED colours. You have two totally different cameras. Which one would I choose? Honestly, I would go with the UDI, because even though the MJX is a fantastic copter, it doesn't feel as polished, it doesn't feel as refined as the UDI. So there we have it. So thanks ever so much for watching and listening, folks. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and hello to all the new subscribers. Hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, happy flying.